Like cowboy Imogen. Thanks, Shelley.
You're welcome.
I want you to know that I flipped over. It's perfect time for an out of context comment. It's basically my mini game at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
To see what kind of unhinged shit we say.
Which one of us says the stupid thing this time?
Yeah. No, and the cowboy something. I
Imogen.
Imogen.
It's Laura Bailey's character from Campaign 3 of Critical Role.
Oh, I don't watch Critical Role.
She big lesbian.
I mean,
Very
face, sweet,
Big gay.
awesome,
Big cool.
Big gay, big cool.
I mean, they're synonymous, right? Like
that's true.
The bigger
if you
the
are
gay, the
you are
cooler.
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, seems accurate. Yeah.
Direct correlation of cool to gay.
Yeah,
I guess.
it might not be causal,
I know,
but there's
it's
certainly
it's
a correlation.
They
They like,
actually.
yeah, they
like. Us straight just can't be cool enough anymore. It's a problem.
Well, I mean, I'm
It's
very
my own
straight
issue.
and not. I'm
I'll
very
bear
straight
that
and
way.
very not cool.
But you are cool.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's just we're not gay enough. Like it's just like.
Yeah, I'm just a boring demi who's like demi bonded.
No,
boring ass pan romantic demisexual.
I feel like I said the words painfully straight in this, in succession recently.
Just painfully straight.
Look.
And before anyone comes at me with oh, pansexuals are just cowardly bisexuals. What if an alien shows up with a bunch of rando, like completely theoretical genders we don't even know about? I would fuck them, provided we demi-bonded, okay? So, that's...
Yeah, but...
if they chill, we bang.
Who's the coward now?
I don't know if I'd fuck
This reminds me of a conversation we had a long time ago.
I don't like.
This reminds me of a conversation we had a long time ago about banging.
Do they not have green skin? This is a very important question.
Look, Captain Kirk banged all the varieties of skins, right? Like that was
true.
It's true.
So yeah. Hi, how's it going, chat gang? I'm gonna do a quick mental health visibility thing. I became a mental health visibility streamer because an RPG streamer I used to watch, they don't stream anymore. One time sent out a message on the Twitter that said, "No game tonight. I'm having a bad mental health day." And I went, "Wait, you can do that?" This is when I was making my partner push back in the day, and it just unlocked something in me that they were so candid and open about it. And I'm not doing what I'm about to say isn't for sympathy or empathy. It is to sort of continue that person's inspiration forward. I am not doing well today. It's not any particular thing that happened. It's just like this sort of pernicious malaise that's been with me for a little bit, that's been kind of amplifying over a period of time. And so I'm wearing my You Are Not a Burden shirt that I got from To Write Love on Her Arms, a nonprofit that focuses on depression, self-harm, suicidal ideation, and addiction. And I'm doing it actually for me, to remind myself when I look at my cameras as producing this RPG, that I'm not a burden. And so I just want to say that to anyone who might be feeling a similar malaise. I'm bothered because I want there to be some reason I can point to for why I feel bad today, but there's not. And that, I feel like, kind of makes depression suck more, because you want there to be an excuse, because then you can excuse yourself. And so I'm giving you carte blanche right now, dear viewer, dear chat gang, to feel like shit right now, for no reason at all. It's okay. And when you're getting down on yourself for feeling like shit, be like, Mephisto said it's okay today. So then you can give yourself some of that self-empathy that's often hard to come by. So my digital soapbox moment.
Some sympathy? Bad
Perhaps.
joke. Yes.
I was trying to find the joke in it. I'm like, he's making a joke.
Be your own simp. God.
See, hot. Yeah.
Hot. Yeah.
Love yourself, but also love yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
hey, all right. Bad jokes out of the way. Someone do our content warning.
I got you. In a second.
But I want to thank Anne, Michael, and Shelly real quick for the homies for helping pull me out of a little bit of a tailspin today, and kind of
we got you.
Just being understanding with the late start and the patience tonight. So thank you.
We got you, and then we'll just punch you at Gen Con if you pull this shit again.
Listen, I have nothing to do with Gen Con. I am, for legal purposes, not threatening violence on.
I'm not threatening violence. I'm metaphysically going to punch you.
Or we'll just RKO you with love. Just a loving
from
RKO.
Out of nowhere.
Oh, like RKO out of nowhere, my depression. Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Except
oh my God, Shelly's got the steel chair.
I'm gonna put you in a fucking Boston
Boston teapot.
No, it's a Boston crab. Boston crab.
Yeah, Boston crab.
Oh yeah, the Boston crab.
Double leg crab.
Yep.
All right. I'm ready now.
I mean, I'm more of a fan of the sharpshooter if we're talking about various leg-based submission holds.
Yeah, the sharpshooter's a classic, but also
wow.
You've seen one sharpshooter, you've seen them all. Anyway.
Ahem.
I'm sorry, the sharpshooter Brett the Hitman Hart put on Austin. Steve Austin basically created the Attitude Era. You take that back right now.
I have chosen violence. Also, I am extremely Canadian, so you know that you can't take me seriously when I say shit like that. I love
when it comes
Brett
to
Hitman
of course
Hart.
you gotta love Brett's sharpshooter. I'm like, there's no way. There's no okay.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you, bro.
Like that image of Austin busted open. And the sharpshooter is one of the most. Sorry. Okay.
I will never make that joke again. Please don't remove my
depression gone. All that's left is anger.
Oh no! I fucked up. Hey, look.
Oh God, he's running down the ramp.
Shout out to the Canadian homies.
Yo, that's in the Heart Dungeon. Yeah, fucking gangsters.
Yeah,
all right, someone read the content warning.
I'm here and I'm ready.
Let's go.
Is it just Michael's job now? Is it Michael's the content?
No,
warning?
I did it last time.
Okay, all right.
That's what I get.
I just don't like doing it, so I pawn it off on Michael. Michael
enough.
gets double work.
I like that I've like elegantly quit doing it.
The following show takes place in the world of darkness and explores narratives of personal horror. This story is a work of fiction and is not official World of Darkness material. Many of the themes are portrayed from a place of empathy, but may be uncomfortable to some listeners. Episodes may contain coarse language, sexual content, mental and emotional abuse, violence, mental illness, and blood. Viewer discretion is advised. Portions of the materials are the copyrights and trademarks of Paradox Interactive AB and are used with permission. All rights reserved. For more information, please visit worldofdarkness.com. Thank you for watching Endless Elegy. We hope you've enjoyed the story thus far and invite you to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitch or follow your favorite player. By doing this, you'll help support the show and get updates when our next episode goes live. If you'd like to be part of our community, you can follow us on Twitter or join our Discord. All links, you know where the links are. You've been here. If not, you'll figure it out.
See,
Every
that's when
channel's
you
the
know.
same. It's in the spot.
Yeah, the down there part.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's slapping Cantabot. Wake them up. I'm doing it.
I can't. I would if I could.
All right, and Cantabot has
Wake up,
half been
Encanta.
slapped. Look, look. The text document was written for an old like IRC client. It can be a little groggy from time to time.
Oh, grog.
God damn it, Michael!
Boy.
Cut that out.
Why does the content warning mention Twitter? I thought it was no. I will never call it that.
No, it's called Twitter. Yeah.
It's on Twitter.
It's Twitter or the Bird app
Yeah.
or the Bird site.
We don't care what Elon says. It's called Twitter.
All right. So, recap. Last session, the
Some shit
coterie met with the goddamn Prince of Chicago, played by a guest RPer, Joe, known as Nola Fanger or DJ Toreador, on the various social medias. He, I think he stole the show. Everyone might agree. But I am going to retcon one small thing for narrative purposes. He said, like, basically take the boots to First Light medium style tomorrow night. We're gonna say instead that he said, I was gonna.
You have a week to do it.
Yeah, you got a
Just kidding.
week. You got a week to show some results, type thing. Okay. And I'll be explicit here. When you're writing a story, usually your climax, if you're going to like amp up, that means you're near the end of a story, a season, or an act, right? We're at the beginning, and we need what's called a quiet moment, and a lot has happened, and we need that.
Sasha needs to get some not blood-soaked clothes.
Yeah, we need a little bit of a quiet moment.
And,
We gotta,
that reminds me again. Thanks. Cool. All right.
Oh no.
Oh
fuck. Okay.
Huh.
Talk to the
Chicago.
prince.
Taco
Stuff
Bell.
No,
happened.
I found my. I was gonna do a little Hunter mini interlude. Season 1.5 was going to be a Hunter game, and I found my notes for it because I needed something to take notes in while I'm here. And I just read some of my cool ideas, and I'm like, oh, that was a cool idea I had like 4 years ago. All right.
It do be like that.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to say that I know y'all hate like major time jumps, and I too hate major time jumps. But given that there's an amount of like an assortment of aggravated damage going around, probably a need to like lay low a little bit on account of like a high speed chase with first light, as well as do some recon and sort of some like at first that sort of like zoomed out recon, because
Kill
See
probably
also baby vamp.
a primogen.
and given that I don't have my awesome notebook here, Shelly, what was the name of your touchstone that just got turned into a vampire?
Hold
Libby.
on.
Why
Libby,
did I
Elizabeth.
forget that? Jesus.
Elizabeth.
I remember that because specifically of Michael's reaction every time I say that name, and it's very visceral. Sorry, not sorry.
Elizabeth. Dame Adams.
Oh.
Okay. Now I'm still gonna sort of jump in on quote unquote the action or with the thing, but as I am doing a time jump, I would like to gather some thoughts from the coterie before I do a quick. I'm thinking just like 2 days so that you have enough time to like recover your ag damage.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. So
I have thoughts.
We just
So-
call
you
we
have
just
thoughts
call
and we
it
have
recovered?
facts.
Or
So we're gonna do a quick. We'll do a 2-day time jump, but just kind of again, there needs to be some laying low because you were in a high speed chase. You need to make if you jump from high speed chase to attacking first like compound without knowing, that you truly shook them, that
yeah.
it could be like just a massive trap. Their guard is going to be as high as it can possibly be. Like there's so yeah. So let's just go ahead and start because you seem really excited, Anne. 2-day time jump.
I have some questions. I have things that I need to know before we jump into the game proper.
Yeah, yep.
So number 1, can I get some feedings? That's number 1. Like I'm going.
Yeah, with all time jumps, unless you want to like explicitly do it on screen for like reasons, I'll let everyone
there's no
reason. Start. Okay, yeah,
there's no reason.
You'll start out at the minimum of 1 blood when we do a time skip. It's assumed that you've fed,
Okay,
but
so
you've
1
also
hunger.
gotten hungry.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're at a minimum of half hunger. Every now and then,
one hunger healed up.
There is one thing I am very keen on checking now, and I haven't. Sasha has never had any interest in doing it before because she didn't give a fuck. But how do I say this? I think she kind of wants to vibe check her reputation amongst the Chicago toreadors now.
Excellent. Streetwise.
Streetwise.
Oh, great.
If this is a vibe check, go ahead.
Streetwise, could I argue? Could I argue politics maybe or etiquette?
You could argue both successfully. I mean, you can always argue etiquette in my chronicles.
Great.
Does my character know how powerful this gun is? I don't have firearms, but I do have etiquette. Roll etiquette. Go ahead.
It's more of just like the way I always kind of envisioned this character as has a certain reputation among her clan, we don't like her or whatever, that one dot of infamy. So I wanted to kind of vibe check, I haven't shown my face in a while, but hey, let's see how that goes. All right, is it charisma etiquette? What is it? Intelligence etiquette? God, these are all bad.
Are you going? I mean, you could do politics too if you'd like, and on account of it being a vibe check, I feel it's a little bit more charisma based because you're sort of
okay.
Like intelligence is like recalling or researching, right? Charisma is more like
social.
Yeah, you're schmoozing a little bit,
Okay, all right. I guess I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna. I'm gonna rouse and succeed on my rouse check to add 3 more dice to this because I am not taking my chances. Woo. Okay, so I'll do politics then.
Okay.
So I'll do charisma plus politics plus my 3 dice. And then I'll do 3 hunger. Okay. Is there a difficulty for this or just a general check?
I mean, kind of rule of thumb, it'd be about 2, but I'm interested to see degrees of success.
Okay. Hold on. What is my character's? Do I still have 0 willpower? Yeah, I still have. Oh
Your
no,
willpower would have recovered along with your health.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
Okay.
health and willpower are fully recovered. Your hunger is down to the 1 minimum for any time jumps I do. That's a little bit of a house rule. It's, assume that it's going up and down throughout any.
Okay, well, okay. I don't really know if I want to. I mean, that's still a good result. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the 4 successes.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's
Oh, a mere 4 successes, and you do have infamy 1. You said.
Yeah, I do have infamy 1.
Perfect.
It's the first time I've done a vibe check on my character's reputation, and I'm so excited.
Is there anything in particular, like any rumor in particular, you're interested in seeing if it's circulated any? Not necessarily like.
So, well, there's a lot of shit that's been happening, like, a fucking car chase, but also just like, so Sasha's always been kind of on the outskirts of the Toreador social stuff, right? Their gatherings or whatever. So she's trying to see more if she can find a way in, if that makes sense, with her reputation and everything. Like, she's trying to gauge how hard it's going to be and how much it's going to suck. If that makes sense.
So she's actually trying to what have you done for Clan Toreador lately? We've spent a lot of time on, like on camera doing various stuff, but it's assumed that your character's still doing other things,
Well, here's the thing, right? Because the time has been like, very compressed unless we time jump. I assume during the time jump she's been, reaching out to Annabelle via the intern lore sheet ability and doing stuff for her that way, like she's working with Annabelle for Annabelle still in tandem, but like, so I always envisioned that she had like contact with Annabelle outside of what the coterie does. She's been reporting like the moon cult stuff and all those updates, stuff like that. She hasn't done anything out of the way of that. It's more in the context of what she's already been doing.
Yeah, I mean, even the sort of like intro hook to the chronicle involved Annabelle, missions and stuff. So you kind of maintained that. Your vibe check is you're becoming a little bit of a like. There's what's the word? You're not like a pariah. You still have this infamy about you, like this bad reputation, but it's the bad reputation gets shit done.
Bad reputation.
But she gets shit done. So like whatever the, they suck, whatever is in the brackets, of what they might say about you, but she gets shit done. And that's really what's
also
not to be fucked with. Like the joke has caught on that like that like you're the most Bruja Toreador around, like that's actually
Yeah.
become like a real like
Okay, so
a
it's
canonical.
spread.
Yeah.
It's spread around. And also like in that vibe check, do I get the sense that there are people who might resent me like working more directly with Annabelle? Like if there's some kind of tension where certain people are like, ooh,
There
something's
is
going on there.
a wariness about it. Like there's some suspicion around it. Like why is she always, in Annabelle's ear? Is she trying to like get one over on Annabelle? Is she, you know, like what's her angle? Type thing is the vibe check. Is like there's some trepidation regarding your relationship with Annabelle. Because Annabelle's not gonna advertise what she has you do. Keep
No,
and you wouldn't.
of course not.
You're more than smart enough to not. So they're like, well, why is she always? It's like that. Like, okay, we get it that it's her primogen, but like, come on, give it a rest. A little bit of that. Like, there's some trepidation. Like, and a lot of it, it could be jealous. There's a lot of jealousy and envy, and some of the worst of humanity is expressed in vampire politics, right? So there's
Sure.
you can within your vibe check, you have an understanding that some of it probably comes from a place of envy or whatever, but envy is still a legitimate emotion, and real stuff, real repercussions come out of envy and jealousy. So, my question to you is, given what you've learned about Annabelle, have you maintained kayfabe? Have you changed your approach with her the past like?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Nothing has changed. Poker face.
Okay, in
Whatever.
which case, poker face.
Poker
I'm gonna
face.
need you
Poker
to
face.
roll, and I'm not gonna like leave it to a single die roll. Let's
So like manipulation, probably. I'm guessing. I'm
yeah,
hoping.
manipulation. Yeah, it's gonna be a manipulation.
Etiquette.
Subterfuge.
You could do
Sure.
etiquette too, but manipulation subterfuge is most appropriate.
Throw that seduction specialty.
No.
I don't think the seduction specialty would apply to Annabelle. I mean, that's not to say you can't try to seduce her, but it wouldn't in this context. Like trying to seduce her is not going to help you like maintain your poker face. Perhaps maintain your O face, but not your poker face.
Might help you poker face.
God damn it, Michael.
He's in rare form tonight.
I hate it. Okay, so I have succeeded in my rouse check. I'm gonna keep going with this. I will re-roll with willpower this time. Okay. Not great. That's another 4.
I think you underestimate 4.
I think I'm scared because it's Annabelle. But it's 4. It's 4 successes.
Did you willpower?
I did. That's the unfortunate part.
I'm literally calling this your kayfabe roll, by the way.
Yeah. She's going to sniff it out of me and I'm going to die. Hey, it's a good thing I have a Ravnos in my back pocket. My alt character is really cool.
I think I gotta hit up. Hit up our friend Ravenwrit Games for the new and improved dice pouch design.
True.
I'm so scared. I'm terrified.
I'm gonna throw in some blood dice for her. Actually, I
rolled 10 dice and only got 4, and she's a powerful primogen. I'm scared. She's gonna sniff me out.
I should roll for my poker face.
I have no chill.
Okay. All right. I mean, you have a convincing poker face. Like 4 is, a solid roll.
Mhm.
So,
Uh,
relationship
she-
seems to be like, over the last few nights, it's you haven't sensed anything like amiss or anything. Like everything's
Business as
been
usual.
correct.
Yeah. So I think, I think she just maintains that, and then I think, I think what Sasha's main goal is to kind of reintegrate into more Toreador social scene stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to have a conversation with Rory, like maybe right before the time jump, like the night before or something, um, to ask him if she can borrow one of the pistols. Michael's face.
Plan ghost go into effect here.
Hold on.
Oh, this is what you sidebarred about that I couldn't hear.
I just don't think he's that
All
hard
right.
to find. But it's only been we're still not quite to the full 2 days. He'd be at home. We're still dealing with it's still like getting Libby figured out.
Okay.
Like
It's a quick conversation, and Sasha just kind of knocks on his bedroom door to see if he's there.
At the house?
Yeah, if he's at the house.
Yeah. Come in.
Hey.
What's up?
So, and she closes the door behind her and she says, "You know how you've got Ebony and Ivory?
Sure, yeah.
Do you mind if I borrow Ebony for a few nights?"
You gonna tell me what you meant about not being a consensualist anymore?
Oh, the big guns, literally and figuratively, immediately.
There have been changes. Kind of just slipped my mind.
It's a pretty big thing to slip your mind. How long?
Hold on, Anne has to do the timeline math.
Timeline math.
She might think of it in terms of an occurrence too, like not necessarily a date. Like when did it change? What happened, and around what was going on.
I don't know, a couple of weeks. It became necessary to make changes.
Thanks for the lurk.
That's a very big change. Why was that necessary? I thought we agreed on this.
Things got desperate.
It's one thing to accidentally kill someone when you loss of control. It's another to make a full change, big decision like that.
I know. It just doesn't fit who I am anymore.
I'm gonna have to process that. What do you need her for?
I am doing something I thought I would never do, and I'm going to reintegrate myself with my clan a little bit. So I can't just go around waving a shotgun. I need something a little more subtle I can hide.
I'll walk over to the drawer where I have the pistols, open it, pull out Ebony. Would Zoran approve?
Yeah, well, can't really ask him now, can we? And
You knew him better than I did. What do you think?
she puts the hand on the pistol, like Rory's holding it. She puts the hand on the pistol, but she doesn't take it yet. And there's a moment where like she freezes, and then she says, whatever it is that kept him away had to do with Annabelle. So whether he would approve or not, I have to do what I need to do. And she picks up Ebony from Rory's.
Hasn't let go yet. Still holding it.
She tries to grab it.
One of those like
There's
These are a weight that I've picked up. What do you need it for?
just need something just
We
in
have
case.
There are pistols in the house if you just need a pistol. Why do you need Ebony?
Does that really matter?
I think it does. I'm not sure you understand the sense of legacy I'm feeling holding these now.
She just freezes up for a second before she says, I don't think you understand what I've lost. Please. I just need to have this.
I think the day may come soon where I tell you no. We're not there yet. I'll let go. Don't do anything stupid with that.
No, I need to have it. I need to have it with me just in case. I need to feel like he's with me while I do this. because a lot of it has to do with him. I need to find out why he was gone for so long and what kept him away. I need to find the answers. I'll bring it back.
He loved you. That's why.
I know, but whatever it is that Annabelle had on him, I need to know. I need to find out.
Okay. You could have led with that.
I didn't know how you'd take it. I just thought if I pretended it was business as usual, you would just hand me the gun.
Immediately, arms around. It feels weird to. I loved him too. In that brief moment.
You guys would
He
have
and I
gotten
shared
along.
something different than what you had, but I get it.
You guys would have gotten along. Just
I think you're right.
it hurts that it hurts me that you'll never get the chance to really form that bond.
We did.
Really?
Yeah. I attach fast. You know this.
Would have loved to be a part of that. Would have loved to have seen that.
It was beautiful. Come home. I'll tell you about it.
And what Rory sees, well, she was dressed up in like something really nice, like very dressed to impress, like Toreador, like little black dress situation. So what Rory would see is that she lifts up her dress to reveal like kind of a leg holster situation to keep the gun hidden. And she says, and then she
These are
says,
not small handguns. These are like Desert Eagles.
"Oh, I thought they were. I thought when I thought pistol, I thought
Right.
regular pistol size."
No, like intro to like Romeo
God.
and Juliet, like gunfight, like Dante's Devil
This
May
is my
Cry,
sword.
like
Yeah.
yeah,
God
this is my
damn
sword. Yeah,
it!
these are
Yeah.
You
sorry.
are ruining the vibe. Can
I
I
mean, you
hide
can
it?
still
Can
have
I
a thigh holster. There's nothing wrong
can
with
I still
that. but-
sign? Yeah, but can I hide it in here now? Like,
Just gotta have a
it's supposed
floofy.
to be the
You
point.
just gotta have a floofy dress.
Yeah, you just got to wear like
Okay, then
less slinky of a dress or
Yeah.
like
no, it's not like a. It'll be like a.
put it on the inner
yes.
like on an inner thigh perhaps, and then like
Or do
Yeah.
a show of fucking force.
yeah, or just like let it out, like have the
Or, yeah.
slit cut up to where the
No.
thigh holster's out. Like,
No. Sasha's trying something different. She needs to be subtle, and I think she's starting to realize that. And I think Rory, in this moment, is realizing that there's there's a lot of changes that happen that he may have missed, and then she just says, "Nothing's changed as far as what my core beliefs are. Things are still being done out of necessity. Things are still being done to survive. I just have to change my approach, arm myself with different kinds of weapons."
It's very telling the choices we make to survive.
All I know is that I've gotten this far with the choices I've made.
Let's hope they're the right ones.
I'm not claiming that they're the right ones in terms of a morality scale. All I know is I feel like they're the right ones for me. You can understand that, right?
Hopefully that's enough. Yeah. Be careful.
She like holds up a hand to his cheek and says, "You know, I always am."
Sure.
So I think after that, that's when she starts to kind of explore kind of the Toreador social scene
Yeah.
more with a gun hidden somewhere on her person, and she's just like, "Here we go. I can't I can't shotgun these problems, so I'm going to do something else entirely." But more. So that's kind of that.
All right. At some point, you know, we'll cut back to you real quick. I still want to keep this moving on like the what's happened over the few days before we fixate on one point, right? And before we really get into the thick of things. So let's go.
Rewind.
Yeah. So Ashley, what has Ashley been up to these last, use some Wisconsin parlance, 2 tree days,
2 tree days.
a couple
She's
2 tree.
yeah. She's been
got my tree
cleaning.
fitty?
She's been cleaning out William's house.
Okay. Ooh,
And
okay.
during the day, obviously, getting people, appraisers and catalogers and their, Sotheby's people,
Mm-hmm.
those sorts. And at night, she goes in herself and starts packing up the basement, which is, for those who don't know, is a torture chamber.
Yeah.
If you weren't in the know,
If you didn't know, it's a torture chamber.
There is a really awesome word I am forgetting for a pool, or like a reflecting pool of water. It's like a basin with water in it. It's an awesome word, and I can't remember it right now.
Like a scribble?
Yeah, like a scrying bowl, but it's got like a word. It's actually got a
Yeah.
word. I can't remember what it is right now. Just like the room you hold a seance in has an awesome word. That
Someone's Googling. But yeah, Ashley is definitely packing up the house, getting rid of all his clothes, like, like anything that's vintage and, expensive, obviously is getting sold to like the highest bidder. And then like some of the art that was William's like taste of art, she's like, all right, Sotheby's, this is yours. Cataloging things. And yeah, like I think one of the nights that she's packing up the basement, she's just kind of, kind of wallowing in a way. She's like, the best way to say it is she's having an episode, but it's more like the episode that you have whenever you've buried so much trauma that it's become a non-issue. So you're kind of just like doing things out of like, not necessity, but like you don't realize you're doing stuff until you like finally snap out of it and you're kind of like, oh, okay, well,
we're kind of doing it to keep moving, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because this room isn't just where she tortured people, it was where she was tortured as well. And like, there were times when if she withheld anything from William, she was left down here to starve or was strapped to the gurney, and things happened. And yeah, it's just she's kind of just like, okay, I need to get rid of this. This house needs to be presentable. She's keeping it obviously because hello, it's very good real estate. Um So she's keeping it, but she's kind of making it as not hers or Williams or the twins or anybody's. It's kind of just a blank canvas to figure out what she wants to do next with it.
Okay. Anything regarding Libby? Or are you just like, nope, she's got a sire, blah. This is a touchstone after all. So
You know what? I'm gonna roll for it.
okay, go ahead. I
I
mean,
want to see
yeah.
what would that be? That would kind of be like composure, maybe.
Yeah, you could do composure resolve even, which is a willpower roll. But
Yeah, just do a
or
willpower
you can do,
roll.
or you depending on what your composure intelligence. It really depends on what angle, but composure resolve.
Basically, I want to figure out like, does she really care?
That humanity.
Yeah.
Roll your humanity.
Does she
Humanity.
like
I was gonna say, yeah,
really
humanity
care?
check. Roll your
Uh,
humanity as a dice.
what I don't know what a humanity check is. Just roll my humanity die. Like
Yep.
Yeah. Roll what? 6 dice? 5 dice?
5. She was 6.
Briefly.
It was for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, that's not great. Here's hoping that that turns into a... That is a 1.
What's your composure score?
Well, my humanity is 5. My composure is 2.
I don't think you give a crap.
Yeah, I think.
And I am going to have you accrue a stain for that.
That's her first stain.
On
Okay.
camera.
On camera. Yeah, on camera, obviously. Where do I put stains at? Just
You actually mark the opposite side of your humanity tracker. So you your humanity, you've got 5, and you have 5 empty spaces. So the far right, then where it's empty, that first empty one on the far right, you put a slash through.
But yeah, I think like during that like processing of the room, she probably like thinks of Libby and just.
I think her own trauma, maybe in a sort of selfish way, it more works its way to the foreground. Like you're just, maybe even your beast is like, she got off light compared to you, compared to us type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the losing William, all the craziness of the fun house, and then having to deal with one of the twins and like them like him like actually caring about her and like weirdly seeing her as like a mother figure and in a way, or like a mentor, and she's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like she's very much in the, she's a boomer. She doesn't fucking deal with trauma. No, she's not even a boomer. She's a silent generation kid. She does not deal with trauma. Even her trauma, her way of dealing with trauma is shutting it down or running the fuck away from it.
So what exactly do you do with the ossuary William kept of some of his prized victims? Ashley, of course, knows that there's a section of brick in the basement that you can remove into a false chamber, and there's like a stone chest that is inscribed with some sort of like old European imagery and glyphs, and inside the bones of some of his favored victims.
I mean, they were smart enough to, I mean, this is this is rich people, for fuck's sake. They were smart enough to have like an incinerator. She's burning them.
Okay.
Getting rid of all evidence of him ever living here.
Okay.
So, like, literally down to that. And you know what? Hold on real quick. I'm going to do something. All right. So, odds. She does it. Evens. She doesn't do it.
We're gonna lot up to dice tonight.
Yeah. She throws his ring into the incinerator with the ossuary bones.
It's a pretty sweet ass scene, actually. She's like shoveling them bones, and then like at some point, tosses the ring in too, and you see it kind of like melt into a puddle of, like gold or white. Even if it's white gold, it's plated that way, so you see it melt into a puddle of gold, and along with some of the femurs and skull fragments and stuff like that. Nothing so pointed as like a full anything. It's usually fragments and bits from a lot of the torture, stuff that broke off, ended up being kept for whatever reason, as a particular twist of cruelty from William. As if collecting pieces of people was analogous to collecting those people themselves. He was sort of he was, after all, I can't even think of the word for somebody who's materialistic, and well, bones are material too.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
And then I think one of her like offshoot goals for Sam 3 was to follow up with the little spy kid. So.
You Gould.
Yeah.
The spy.
You
Yeah.
knew
Tom Morris. See if he's alive.
So caring.
If you sent him back into the den, as it were,
she's basically like, if he contacts you, play as if nothing happened.
Awesome.
I think that was like her one thing, is like, and I think she does like a submerged directive on him.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right. Okay.
We love a good submerged directive in this house. That's in this coterie.
Great ability.
Some of us do.
All right. Rory, how does Rory spend his couple days?
I mean, the first thing is getting, like, that night after the prince leaves, is getting Libby squared away back to the house and fed from bags. And
she holds out the first like couple nights.
Okay. Well, if she, then
even
that's
the
fine. I offer, and I like that first night. I was like, I give her the like Kindred 101, like, this is what we are, this is what we do. And the whole time on the table in Rory's room, his blade is unsheathed on the table. And like at the end of the welcome to vampire, You have some choices now. I am so unbelievably sorry that I've put you in this position. Do you want this? Do you want to end me?
I got a dozen different thoughts running through my head, and a few of them carried by a voice that isn't mine, but feels like
Yeah,
it should be.
that's gonna stick with you. That's the beast. It's not always wrong, but it is always hungry.
Perfect way of putting it, by the way. I don't know. I know I'm getting hungry, and the voice is getting louder.
And it will until you eat. And it will make you eventually.
I just, I just need to think. Just need to think.
And just like will push the bag over. This will help. If you really want to think, you need a clearer head.
Can you not be here when I...
Of course. I'll step out. Let me know when you're ready. There's a lot, if you decide to continue, there's a lot to learn. And don't step out of the room.
All right. How long does Rory wait?
I'll give it at least 5 minutes.
Okay. 5 minutes stretches into 10. 10 to 20.
Do I hear her moving? Did I hear her moving around?
No, to the contrary, it's eerily quiet in there.
I would have asked at some point what did she prefer to go by? Like Elizabeth, Liz, Libby? Like what's her
Libby,
preferred?
yeah, you'd have learned that
Libby?
she goes by
Okay.
Libby.
Just Libby?
No response.
Open the door. I'm coming in.
You're greeted by a cool breeze and the flutter of your blackout curtains. Your sword is missing from the table, along with one of the blood packs. And no Libby in sight. I'm sorry. One of the blood packs has been thrown on the floor. It's not missing.
Has it been emptied?
No, as if she pushed it across from her and
Walk to the window. I should probably stop her.
How hungry were you going into this? Going into our time skip, by the way.
Going in 3.
All right, so your beast would have had a word before you had a couple packs yourself or something like that. It would have come online. In other words,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, cuz might be fun to let her learn the hard way.
Anyone she hurts is on me.
That's what the tradition says, isn't it?
Fuck traditions. I did this.
Did you really? Maybe it was I don't know. Seems like it was a nice little tag team action between Ms. Dame and the Prince. Both wanted you to do this, and you wanted to do it too. Don't be a fuckhead. You know you wanted to.
Doesn't matter what I wanted. It's what happened.
You're turning into him, you know.
Nope.
Chasing secrets, reviving thaumaturgy, call it what you will, but that's a door down a dark path, and you know it, cuz. You know what waits for you at the end of it. Making more of you, and then finding a secret here, another one there, and
I'm just gonna like drink the blood package, shut him
yeah,
up.
and then like you're just like, oh, I'm still in here.
Yeah, but you're quieter.
All I need is to be whispers in your ears, cuz.
Fuck.
It's nice knowing we're a little stronger than you thought, isn't it? You can feel me in your blood now, even when I'm quiet.
I can summon my sword to me.
Yes.
Can I sense its direction from me?
I mean, that's a different ritual. Like, there is
Yeah.
a ritual that does that, and there's
Okay.
kind of a
Yeah.
rule about like rituals not stepping on each other's toes.
Fair enough. Yeah.
However, I feel like a broad, like in range, not in range type thing. Like you'd know, like it's not like directional, but you know, is it close or far? Like type thing. I feel like that you'd still have like a proximity, and not like pinpoint, but like it's it can't be further than a couple miles. Like
She can't. She only so far she could have gotten,
and she's on foot theoretically. Maybe she boosted a car.
Yeah.
Or something, and that would have certainly accelerated the pace. You are in Chicago, so there is decent public transportation, buses and a couple trains. Like, so I mean, it's if the timing was right on the bus, fuck, Uber's everywhere, man. Like,
Yeah.
like if she's on foot, nah, she couldn't have gotten far. But there's a lot of ways.
Did she take the sheath too, or just the sword?
How did you have it sitting there? Was it unsheathed?
It was unsheathed on the table.
Then she took it unsheathed.
Okay. So she's definitely not. I'm obviously not thinking straight, but okay. Now
Yeah, this wasn't
walking around Chicago brandishing an open sword.
Yeah, so this was I mean, it's definitely a big hint to the fact that like she like, oh, it's like, like you're leaving and you just kind of grab that thing off the table. You're like, I'm gonna need this. It was a lot more of reflexive or impulsive. It didn't seem like I need to steal this sword, and like it was like I may protection, or maybe she's thinking about what you said about offing herself or whatever, and she just took it. You're relatively, well, you're very intelligent and pragmatic. It might not be an awesome idea to just like blink it to you right now. No, your sword, like,
or they
like it. Her reality is currently crumpling in on itself.
No, that's not where I was. I think before I jump out the window myself, I want to see if I can figure out where she's going with premonition. It's the best thing I have. It's like not a tracker.
I mean, you gotta roll the dice.
Yes.
But as you rouse your blood, you kind of feel this twinge in your eye.
I do get hungrier. Which
you
puts
feel
me
this
back at 2, probably.
Homie.
You feel this twinge in your eye, and you hear this almost like a electric locusts, like crackling, distantly, or maybe it's in your head. And
Aspects. There you are.
and
Resolve plus aspects. Browse for dice. Oh no. Back at 3. Okay.
you catch your reflection in the mirror as you're sort of like going into your state, and for an instant you swear one of your eyes is scribbled out,
Ooh.
as if somebody like scratched the fuck out of the mirror and you can't see your own eye, like
Yeah.
just kind of perfectly. And you shake it and you're trying to focus on your blood and what it's telling you.
That is 3 successes.
You see her at a bridge with the sword and it's bloody.
Do I recognize the bridge?
Yeah. It's a train bridge, actually.
All right. Before I leap out the window, I grab the other blood pack and just suck it down. Like, this is going to be a night already. I can feel it.
Okay.
And then, which is like 1, right, for blood pack.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we're probably gonna get that right back as I activate fleetness. Yep, got it right back, and I'm out the window, heading in that direction, super speed. I will, right before I leave, grab Ivory. I'll zip and grab Ivory. Look at the spot, like the little spot that Ebony left for a split second, and then I'm out.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Seems you missed me, cuz, didn't you? Invited me right back into your bones. Right back into your skull. It's getting a little crowded up here, though, with all that noise. We're not alone up here, right?
What?
Pretend like you didn't see it. The mirror.
I mean, Damon got rid of it. Didn't
Did
he? Fuck. Well,
Maybe got rid of it. But sometimes when you throw something out,
leaves a piece behind.
or leaves a hole.
That too. Well, one problem at a time.
I mean, jumping out that window, kind of poetical from where I'm sitting. This whelp ain't worth it. You could correct that mistake real simple, like catch up to her real quick. Help us both out. Fill a different kind of hole in you.
Mm-mm.
Just a suggestion. Oh, you got lines you've been crossing a lot lately, cuz.
Fuck off.
He just kind of laughs, and the laugh gets kind of distant.
Libby, where did you go?
We are going to cut quick to we're gonna cut back to Ashley real quick. I got Anne. No, it's got to be Anne.
Okay.
The rhythm of this.
Okay.
Anne, at some point, Sasha has has to like do the vibe check, right?
Yeah. She goes out to like action.
Yeah, and this would be maybe after you've picked up Ebony, right?
Oh yeah, I've tucked her somewhere. So in Sasha's mind, the logic is that it's a lot more subtle than a fucking shotgun. So she's not about to roll up to a Toyota
Hey,
social event with a shotgun in plain sight.
I usually operate all my campaigns, not just ones with vampires who are immortal and have superpowers, in a sort of movie logic, movie
Sure, but
realism. It's a big gun, but you can always dress some kind of way to conceal it. It's still a handgun.
I just want like maybe I'll do one of those poofy like poofy dresses that look like tutu or something, so you can stuff it in there, just like
or the right kind of
big...
shawl or something, like or like a right kind of cardigan or sash, or like there's various accessories.
No, she's got to hoe it up from the waist up, so it's got to be. Like,
oh, you're going like
1980s,
like hoe, right? With like the leather jacket and the poof, poofy skirt or whatever. All right, no, I got whatever it is.
She's got to hoe it up from the waist up, and then like hide her weapon. Somewhere on her leg.
Once more, my proper notebook is missing. What was your ghoul's name? I'm sorry.
Kiara. Yeah.
Okay. At some point, whilst vibe checking at like maybe you've probably like hit a couple of clubs at this point, right? Like some corridor hot spots, maybe like even some sort of like a gala or
whatever.
Yeah.
Call a Toreador gathering.
Yeah, you end up at like a proper nightclub, sort of on the crest or the second half of your Toreador tour, right? And you see one of the harpies of Chicago, a Malkavian by the name of Halwell.
Oh, it's not the other guy that the prince was talking about last week? Whoever that asshole was? The guy who said that we had a moment, or it's like, oh yeah, he'd hate you, he'd try to kill you. What's his name? I can't remember.
I'm drawing a blank on
blanking.
That particular interaction. No, this is there are multiple harpies often.
Yeah.
And Halwell's left over from the old guard. He's a Malkavian.
Ah, okay.
And he's sort of stands out with these like sort of thick dreads and these like tranquil like amber eyes. They're almost like a translucent amber.
So he's not obfuscated, nosing it up. He's fully visible?
Yeah, he's fully visible. He's rocking an Army Navy surplus jacket, like a green jacket. He's got like a
Do I get the sense that he's the kind of Nosferatu that normally operates out in the open? Because you know how Nosferatu are like
Malkavian.
Oh, Malkavian. Why did I think Nosferatu? Okay, Malkavian.
No, Malkavian. Tranquil amber eyes. He's got these thick
Okay.
dreads. Army Navy surplus jacket. He's wearing like a pair of like old like 90s Reeboks. You know, like the Shaqs. Shaq had to deal with Reebok back in the 90s.
I don't, because Sasha doesn't really, or hasn't in the past really interacted with that particular part of the political structure. Like, she wouldn't know who the Harpies are, right? Like,
you would know of them.
I
You'd
would
know
know,
who.
but I
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah. And
have
again, Harpies.
direct
There's usually a handful of Harpies. But what you know about Hellwell in particular is he's a go-between between anarchs and Camarilla.
Camarilla.
So he's got sort of like a they have a like another term for it. Like he's a
Liaison?
well, no, he's a liaison, but anarchs call him something else, like fucking rabble rouser or whatever. But he's got essentially he's kind of allowed a little bit of, again, he's from the old guard, you know, and stuff like that.
I don't know if you know the meme. It's like my wife and I saw you from across the bar, and we like your vibes. That's what I'm thinking now.
No.
Okay.
Except she's alone. Okay, so obviously the storyteller is pointing out the harpy for a reason.
No, he's walking over to you.
Oh.
Yeah, he approaches you. I think you got your wires crossed upon thinking he was Nosferatu.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
anything
sorry.
else after that. No, he's walking over to you, and one of the other big things
over to me.
About Hellwell is he wears like an old 19 one of like the sort of first generation bright yellow Walkman with an actual cassette deck, you know, like, and he's got like the you know, some big big crude headphones from the time period as well, not like exactly Boses or anything like that.
Sure.
And he comes over and he places them on your head as he says, got a message for you. You should listen to. And he goes and he sort of waits a moment to sort of like get like a sort of visual cue for consent or whatever before he puts them over your head.
Yeah, I just nod in his direction.
And then you hear
would I need to have heightened senses because we're in a club and everything's loud to hear the message, or I can still hear it?
All noise washes away around as the headphones get even close to your ears, and you feel a little like tipsy. You feel tipsy.
Okay.
As if like your sort of senses are suddenly being distorted or messed with, and he places the headphones on as the rest of the noise washes away, and then you hear a voice as if on like a tape recording or like an old answering machine. The cassette deck, you'll note, isn't spinning like, by the way, like on his hip. The noise is just coming from these headphones, and you hear a voice. You're gonna pay, bitch, for what you stole from me. Well, who you stole from me.
Do I recognize this voice? Is it a well-known person?
It's a voice you recognize. You might recognize. I don't know if you've had many run-ins with
Is there a check I can do to see if my brain recognizes the voice?
Yeah. See, I want to call this like a streetwise.
Yeah,
Possibly
that's not gonna work. That's gonna work for me.
We'll go with
I can do politics.
We'll
Okay.
go the recall is intelligence politics.
Sure. So this is before the time jump, right?
This is at some point during it, quote unquote.
Oh, during, like, okay. Okay, so I succeeded at the rouse check. Is it wait, what's the attribute that goes with it? Politics plus
Intelligence in this case.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, I don't like that. That's not great. 3 hunger. Is there a difficulty in this? I guess that doesn't really matter. Blink. I'm gonna use a willpower to reroll some dice.
Burning through them.
I only used up 2. It's fine. That is 6 successes on my politics roll.
Okay. Hang on a second. How many? 6, you said?
Yep.
All right. I wish I had my notebook. Now I have to make up a name because I can't remember.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Names are really important. Paxton is the perfect name.
Paxton?
It's an anarch toreador named Paxton.
Oh. Great.
Sort of you'll just sort of 6 successes, so you're gonna get a little backfill on Paxton.
Sure.
Did some time at the compound with you, but was a bit of a fence sitter when it came to joining up with the Camarilla, and is a fence sitter. Claims to be anarch, but just because they think stuff's claims to be anarch, but they're a bit of a fence sitter, and they did time at the compound with you.
I will go to the harpy. What's his name again? What's their name?
Halwell.
Halwell. And I just ask, any way I could send a message back?
Absolutely. What would you like? What would you like to say? Or, sorry, what would you like to communicate?
Please let the sender of the message know that if... Hold on, let me think about it. If he valued what he lost, he wouldn't have been so careless.
Is there any visual with it, by the way?
Can I send a visual? I guess just I'd like to...
I mean, you it's more of a you don't know. I, the GM, am asking you because Howell will be sending a visual.
Okay, so then the visual I would like to send is a snapshot of like where I found Kiara at with first light, and she's all
Yeah.
you know, tied up and stuff. So
yeah. So
like,
at some point, you can imagine the way your senses kind of like got hijacked when he placed these headphones near you. Howell's gonna when Paxton gets Howell's messages, he's gonna like trip balls and have like a full on like audio visual message received.
so yeah. So then the
Dementation.
so the message yeah, so the message is if it
With a little
mattered to you that much, you would be more you would be more careful. And then the image of where
Take better care of your toys.
yeah of where Sasha found Kiara.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the vibe. I don't know if I communicated it properly, but my brain is just like, I don't got no witty combat.
Don't worry, Howell picks up on it.
Yeah, that's the vibe of just like...
He nods, and like goes to put his own his headphones back on and actually like clicks play on his.
And she nods as like in gratitude and deference, like.
He nods.
Mm, what was the kind of read I got from him as like what, like he's a harpy, right? And they have like some kind of influence or whatever. Like, can I get a sense of like what his, like what he thinks of me while in the moment? Like, like is he one of those
Yeah.
people that's gonna talk shit about me?
Do you like
so
me?
Well, I mean, harpies talk shit about
Harpies
everyone, but
talk
you know what
shit.
I mean.
Harpies
About
usually aren't to be trusted. Like there's a pretty big
like
stigma.
I
I
kind
guess like
yeah.
harpies are usually known to like.
No. Ooh, what if the message was I didn't steal her, you lost her, and then the visual. Oh, my brain just figured it
All
out.
right, perfect. We'll go with that.
Yeah, it's way. Sorry, I was overthinking it. I was like, it's right there. Anyway, so yeah, I just kind of want to know, like, I think Sasha's become like hyper aware of how people might perceive her now, and she's like thinking about things very differently now that she's, you know,
So you can do a literal wits
Later.
awareness to do to pick up on how well. You could also theoretically do like a wits politics too, because you might be trying to like read the the situation or whatever. But
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do wits politics real quick.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see how that goes. Do I wanna? That's 4 successes.
Hellwell, you've been kindred for a while. You've dealt with harpies.
Sure.
Hellwell seems cool, and he seems
chill.
cool with you. Again, he's a liaison with the Anarch and the Camarilla like type harpy. People tend not to mess with him, but people tend not to mess with Malkavians who
In general.
have a
I think-
certain. There's a certain type of Malkavian people just tend not to mess with. Hellwell's one of them. You know, he just seems to know stuff. He doesn't really. He is not a fighty type. Like he really doesn't fight. He doesn't it's not that he can't fight. It's just that like he's not really known to need to. People haven't really vied for his position. You know, he's just kind of been a fixture.
No
for a
one
while. Again, this is one of
threatened-
like again,
no one really
usually like to
threatens Hallwell.
yeah, I like to have a balance of canon characters and then my own characters to
Sure.
follow the world.
I think what happens when right before Hallwell puts his headphones on is just Sasha casually.
I've been waiting to introduce y'all to Hallwell for a while, but we haven't had the.
Hey, here's the opportunity because Sasha's
Yeah,
now.
I was thinking of like a cool way to introduce it because I had this idea of like a harpy DJ initially who passed messages. This is in the Milwaukee by night, and I'm like, I want Chicago's version of that, and so it was percolating for a while, and we came up with this.
Before, like as he's doing and putting his headphones on, before he hits play on the tape deck, she says, "Send Paxton my regards," before she walks away.
He gives you like kind of like a sort of warm but like rather prim small smile, like. And
it's very like there's definitely like antagonist vibes, but it's very like passive aggressive because it's just like, yo, you lost her, bro. We're not fighting. This isn't a fight. Like, Sasha's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Here's where we're at.
And
and then
you hear some like Chance the Rapper come like start blasting as he
she's dancing away, like moving on to the next thing. Probably at some point she's gonna start doing her thing and find some hot mortal for a snack. Um, you know.
All right. And then
Yes.
this is where now we cut back to Ashley, who receives a phone call. You recognize the name in your phone right away. It's Dwayne.
Dwayne.
I normally wouldn't be bugging you, but Wretch owes me money for once. Usually I owe him money, but it's like he totally cheats at those bets, and we know it.
Are you asking me to pay Wretch's debt for him?
No, I'm asking you to find that fucker so he can pay up. He's totally seemed like I wouldn't blame him if he skipped town because he's totally intimidated by Dwayne.
Have you checked my basement?
No.
That's where him and a bunch of other of your
he's
clan are
not
there.
here. I haven't heard the rest of the clan hasn't seen or heard from him in a while either.
When was he last seen?
Oh boy.
By me? I don't know. But
You're useless. You know that.
then you want to keep me around? No, it's been like, I don't know, a couple weeks or something.
Couple of weeks.
Week?
Not possible.
I don't exactly like him.
Okay. What you just want
I
the
tolerate
money?
him.
Okay, I understand. You two have a love-hate relationship where you just need to basically fuck it out.
I call him my frenemy, but no, he's just an enemy. I don't like him at all. Fucking camper.
Is that like a new term you kids use?
It's really awesome video game stuff. You want to know anything about it?
You're right, I wouldn't because I don't play video games.
Yeah, you're totally missing out.
No, I'm good. So, Dwayne, you want me to
I
find...
think you would really be into Baldur's Gate, actually. I feel like you could need it. You could really use like a hot bear man in your life.
Ew. Why would I... A bear? Really?
Yeah, like you know that word, like yeah.
Oh wait, this is the term that the queers use.
Sure.
The big guys who are hairy and...
No, I mean like literally a bear that you can fuck in the game.
Oh no, I'm fine.
You have that aggression about you.
Sure. Nonetheless, you want
Anyway,
me to
find Ratch
find...
and yes, and tell him he owes me money.
I'm sure he knows that he owes you money.
The next time you need some
Question.
like mail fraud or whatever, that's on the house. If you do this for me, scrub your numbers. Hide some stuff.
I got promoted recently.
And
You're wasting my time.
I mean, it's your basement. Metaphorically speaking, you'd think you'd
True.
keep your basement in order.
He has other places he goes. Nonetheless, I will, if I see him, I'll say something.
Thank you. I mean, even a primogen needs someone to cook the books and,
Oh, darling.
do espionage and stuff.
Okay. Speaking of things, since you're asking me for a favor, I don't
Again,
need
your basement.
Dwayne.
What's a name that he would call you by that would really annoy you, but is like kind of niche? Like some like tax form name or like a front company thing you might have used once, something along those lines.
Hold up.
Josephine.
Yeah, either Josephine or
I was thinking like Jane instead of Dame, or like
Smith Company.
Miss Smith. Sorry, no, that's Mrs. for that one.
Ew.
Mrs. Smith.
Sure.
You were
What
saying.
do you? Annabelle.
Oh, what about her? Yeah, she employs a couple of us, but they're not as good as me. You hear him like clicking, like a bunch more. He laughs like, got him. Respawn on these nuts.
I don't know what these nuts are, but sure. Could you look at her books?
I mean, that's above like finding my frenemy.
He owes you money, and well, money.
So, like, maybe like something more specific. What would you like to know about her operations?
Just where her money's going.
Or kindred. I bet you it's like, I don't know, everywhere.
Exactly. I have a
You
plan.
want a spreadsheet or something? Or like, no, you're old school. You want to like, I'll print it off on a dot matrix.
Fuck off. I have a computer. I have learned through the years. Dot matrix. Jeez. Those were the most noisiest printers in all of creation. Nonetheless, thumb drive would be great.
I'll see what I can get.
One of those like mini CDs, if you have it.
How about a 3.5-inch floppy?
Go fuck yourself.
Get fucked! He's like, obviously talking to his game again, but it's like for that moment, it's like it sounds like he's saying it to you, and there's just enough to like get the hackles up. Sorry, had to beat up some noob and then introduce him to my scrotum. And like you can hear the keys clacking as he's like teabagging somebody, and like I don't know. I based Dwayne on like somebody I actually hate in reality. By the way,
oh my god!
I had a roommate, and I
nonetheless,
just like I'm like, oh my god.
I need to know where all the money.
It makes
goes.
it so easy to like role play him when I'm like basing it on somebody I directly dislike, and it's just yeah. This is somehow cathartic for me.
And I'll throw in a basement of your own. And a very nice house.
No, I like this. I don't want to move.
Fine.
I like this basement. It's great.
This one has an incinerator.
No, I'm not moving. Do you know? I literally get peak internet speeds exactly here.
I'm pretty sure we got fiber in the house.
They're not faster.
Recently.
No, it's we got that special Tremere shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Thanks. Bye.
What you don't know, on the other side of the camera, Dwayne continues talking to you as if you're there for another like 5 minutes before, like, without realizing you've hung up on him.
And then I guess
Not
with
looking
that-
away from his monitor the whole time, you know, and he's got like the headphones on. He's just like kind of like melting into his seat, just kind of reclined. And
Oh shit. I will also call. I'll call them. It's probably easier to call. Call the law firm.
Mhm.
I'll just go to the drive.
Wolf, Ram, and Rabbit.
No. Wolfram and Hart. Yeah, no, we're not too. No. That's too meta.
looking on the thing, switch scenes.
I did
I was
not either.
just trying to hover.
Hold on. There we go. Oh god. Is it this one? Nope. There is one.
Well, I was
I
going
think
to
it's
take an
this one.
intermission. Did you want to?
Oh, it's I just wanted to tell you the law firm name.
Yep.
Newman, Anderson, and Bell.
You called the law firm,
Yes.
and
Call wherever you want to pick that up at.
okay. All right, let's take our intermission then.
Perfect.
Well, how quick is your interaction you think about going to be?
Not that it's not that long. But if y'all need a
You know,
break,
fuck it, let's
I'm
take
fine.
the intermission first, like,
Yeah.
and then we can handle it afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, 5-10 minute break, everybody. Remember to hydrate. We'll be right back with sadly less Dwayne for the rest of the adventure.
Get fucked.
That could be fun.
Unless somebody else
No.
decides to call him.
No.
Just while I'm celeritying
worst.
down the streets.
Oh,
Hey,
he
Dwayne.
yeah. He uses celerity on the keyboard, like, so he's like milliseconds faster than
He's
you.
got rush job.
Yeah.
He's got rush job.
Yeah, he's got Ghost of the
that kind
Machine
of nerd.
too, or whatever. Like, he's just a total nerd. Like, this is what happens when a Nosferatu like embraces a stereotypical like worst type of gamer in the world too, because
Basement dwelling gamer.
he's an actual great hacker, but he also like hates you for bothering him to use his talent. You know.
Oh, that asshole. Yup.
We all knew that guy. All right. Mine happened to be a roommate, like out of college, and God. Anyway, his name was D Rock, not D Wayne. See how I carefully changed the name?
Yeah. So.
All right. Intermission, everybody. We'll be right back. 5-10 minutes. Hydrate yourself. Do what you got to do. All right. So you call up Newman, Anderson, and Bell.
Yes.
Okay. To what
Nab.
end? Yeah.
To what end?
I'd imagine a secretary, and by a secretary, someone who's Gould by somebody in the network, right? Like,
This is
depending on.
this is the original lawyers that have been with her family since a very long time.
Oh, so like
Time immemorial.
totally mortal retainers then.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, they're mortal retainers.
Alright.
But they know something ish.
I mean, every banker, lawyer, etc.
They're vampires.
They're
also.
doing shady shit. Like they're all vampires,
Yeah.
one way or another. Yeah. Anyway.
Patch me through to Mr. Newman, please.
Oh, right away. Ms. Is it like Dame or like a front name or whatever?
It is a front name. Hold on.
Well, we'll just bracket it. They say
Yeah.
front name, Ms. Dame.
Tell him it's Miss Dubois.
Oh, right away, Miss Dubois. Right away. Ms. Dubois, it's been a while. Been a while indeed.
I would like to inform you that Frank is dead.
Oh,
My husband.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Miss Dubois. What? We'll have to go right ahead and exercising his will.
Yes.
Exercising his will.
Also, there is the clause that is in, I believe, one of my family members, Ashley Dame's original will. I think I have it right here. Yes. If he was to die, it would be all willed back to the family estate. The Dame family estate.
You can hear him like snapping at somebody in the, like in the background, you know. We'll certainly hear fumbling with some like, you know,
Papers, folders,
yeah,
things like that.
Yep. Wow. I believe you are correct, Miss Dubois. I mean, obviously we'll have to
Of
go
course,
through the proper
verify.
channels. Yeah.
Of course. When was the last time he updated his will?
That's peculiar. It coincides with the date night. Like that night. The night you got trapped in the oubliette.
Yeah.
Like literally
No, I know
exact night. I can't remember how long ago that
The
was.
best night of your life.
It was like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago or whatever. Oh, it's the night of the 17th.
I see. Oh, who's the outside of you? Who's the witness?
Well, the undersigned here would be a Mrs. Amy Anderson. One of Andrea's known aliases.
I see. What was updated? I know you have to go through the whole thing, but I'm sure that there were marked changes.
Well, without going through it with a fine-tooth comb,
Of course.
some of the updated, we like to keep hard copies of all of our dealings, obviously. Seems there is something about a child. Interesting typo here. And
is it child with an E?
must be a common typo, yes.
He's English.
Oh,
So,
yes, like armour. Yeah.
the OUs, they add E to things sometimes, occasionally.
Ah, yes, like ye old townhouse or whatever. Yes.
Yes.
Mm, something about
The child.
yes, a child is to be released from custody. Released from custody. Yes. Somewhere seems to be some sort of boarding school in Milwaukee. Uh, someone's to be released from.
Is there a name?
It's just undersigned. I mean, the parenthetical here refers to child it is its own. There's some other defining terms elsewhere. I have to. It's very complicated stuff. I'd have to look
Yes,
into
yes.
it.
No, I understand. How fast can you get to the reading?
Well, I could have this done within the evening. Oh no, I'm sorry. I've got a very important appointment here. But for you, Miss Dubois, I will cancel, and within the hour, I can have you all the details you need. And you're snapping and
Well,
you
I
hear
don't
somebody
want you to go
running
out
around.
of your way to lose money. Now, usually it's just myself and my retinue that call you at night. Who's calling you? Who's booking an appointment with you tonight?
Oh
If
no,
you
it was
don't
a
mind me
personal
asking.
affair. A personal affair. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, canceling my dinner with a wife anniversary.
oh,
It's
no,
there'll
no,
be another one
no,
next year. It'll be fine.
Mr. Newman. My mother knew your father, and our families go back quite a way. I would hate for you to upset the family dynamic that you have. I'm pretty sure that I went to your wedding reception all those years ago. I could be wrong. Nonetheless, your wife
Spitting
deserves
image of your
attention.
mother, indeed. Yes.
Yeah. Your wife deserves attention. Go have dinner. I will call on you in a couple nights, a night or two. We don't want to deal with the repercussions of a missed dinner now, do we?
I suppose you're right. And the usual discretion, no emails on this sort of affair, I'm sure.
Of course not.
Hard
I will.
copies and our very discreet and
You
secure
will be
conversations.
sending it to the
I love that you have all this tracked, by the way. This is amazing.
It's called World of Darkness, Month of Darkness things. Where is it? Where is the house one? Oh, Haven. Please send it to the Heller House address.
I'll get right on that. Personally, I will oversee these. Tomorrow, of course.
Of course. Thank you for letting me upset some of your night, at least for right now.
Oh, no. It's for a legacy. What's the word? Not
Account?
contributor. Yeah, a legacy account. It's really no bother at all.
Of course. Well, have a good dinner, and I will be speaking with you in a few days. We will be reading the will.
Absolutely.
Also, while you're there digging around in the family estate, could you please find Sean and Sorsha Dame's files again in the estate records as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to go over some things. There's another family member who their lot in life has changed. So they're going to be more included in some things.
All right. Absolutely, Miss Dubois.
Perfect. Have a good night. Click.
You as and click.
Yeah.
All right. You are like sort of, maybe. Where are you when you're placing this call? Are you at home?
Well,
You're
I'm at the
the Haven.
I'd probably say the Haven. Yeah. I
Like
think
you've done the
it's-
packing up the things
yeah.
and stuff like that. What did you do with the ossuary, by the way? I know you burnt the bones, but
How big is the box?
I mean, it's those like chests like that everyone had at the foot of their bed in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Exactly that size.
Throw it in.
Okay. All right.
Well, let me search it completely. Maybe he left some before we
Just
burn
rip
it,
to shreds. Yeah.
Just in case he left paperwork. That's his little trophy thing. Fine tooth comb that.
You're pretty certain whether you give a shit or not is an entirely different thing. Like, you're pretty certain that like Rory would like this is the kind of thing Rory would love to look at. Again, it might be like, oh, Rory would love to look at this. Into the fire it goes anyway. Like maybe that's your reaction, but you're like,
is there like a false bottom anywhere, or
the ruins
like...
are what catch your eye.
Oh, the ruins. There are actual like ruins on there.
Yeah, inscribing the exterior of the entire box and stuff like that. Again, it's it's an ossuary. Like it can refer to like a room or like a container.
Yeah.
In this case, it's a container, and it's like voodoo Catholic shit. Like the exterior of it, it's got like inlaid bones and scripture and stuff like that. But it's not in like Latin or any of the typical Revere the Dead languages.
Can I...
This would be a knowledge occult if you knowledge.
Oh yeah, I have some occult.
Yeah, this would be an intelligence occult.
Okay, so 3. Would my parapsychology
No.
Okay. Figured I'd throw that in there.
But only because this niche is like has its own specialty.
Okay. I'm gonna rouse the blood for more dice. And
now is the time to put aside your weak human side and join me in remaking this world.
All right.
Good evening.
That needs to be the alert.
No, it's from one of the greatest voice acted games of all time, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's Dracula's treatise to his son, and my husbando Alucard.
I get hungrier. Do I still get the dice?
Fireball the van.
Yeah, you still get the
Okay.
get the
I was like, I just add another.
This puts your hunger at 2.
Yep.
Oh, you're fine. Your beast is
just like, what is that fucker up to?
Your beast is similar to Ashley Dame, like a bit of a more, I don't say controlled, but like serial killer controlled, right? If Ashley Dame is like
I mean, Ashley Dame is a serial killer. Let's be real.
Yeah, so yours is like turbo serial killer.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
You've completely lost it, haven't
that's a skull on the blood die.
Assume you were playing some of your own vampire over there in Vancouver by night. How was?
Yeah, they do Tuesday nights as well.
Best night for vampire, I'm told.
It's true. Tuesdays are for vampires. Holy crap! Okay, that's good. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, but possible bestial failure. Oh yeah.
You are certain that these are noddist, like like iconography.
Oh, and he had the piece of the Nod book in the bookshelf. Okay.
You're beginning to think that William might have been perhaps keeping his religious calling from you.
You know. Ugh. Damn it. Can't throw it away now. Sam!
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, Ms. Yes, Ms. Dame. Or no, he doesn't say Ms. Dame, just Ms. Yes, Ms.
He yeah. I need the
No, you correct him when he calls you ma'am. So it's he'll say Ms. Dame, yeah. Yes, Ms. Dame.
I need this trunk put in the car.
Have you had like lackeys? You know, one of your front companies maybe helping you go through the place, like
yeah.
tossing,
I mean,
like,
there she's got like
just some toughs, right? Like
yeah, probably some like heavy lifters, but also like probably some academic types. That
yeah, like 2 men in a truck are there or whatever.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Like the college
Kindred
members.
edition, right? Like 2 men in a truck, Kindred edition. Not that they know anything about Kindred, but they know discretion, right? Like
yeah, and there's like academics, cataloging the books and fashion people and art people there. And
apart from the one book you found previously, I'm getting some feedback from somebody.
I don't know if it's me or not. Hold on.
Might be Michael, actually. Maybe not. I'm not.
Oh.
Anyway, you apart from the one book from sort of previous excursion here,
there's the book, and then there's the piece of paper, and that's it.
Yeah, and then now this trunk.
Yeah.
The scholars, they show up some like they have some interesting stuff. William was
like
after all
the academics are probably other Ventru, or what would be like good scholarly vampire dudes?
Not Tremere.
Not Tremere. No, Ashley does not allow another Tremere anywhere near her outside of Rory.
I mean,
no. She lives in Tremere County.
I mean, Nosferatu, because Nosferatu are great at everything. No,
I mean,
except
Nosferatu.
looking good. No, it's. I mean,
actually,
it could be
how are La Sombra at?
Given the transitional period right now, I guess how does Ashley Dame feel about
She doesn't like the spooky shit, but she is trying to make good.
You might. I mean, it's Ashley Dame's. It's various
world,
her world, her companies and stuff like that. I'd imagine your like head scholar could definitely be a La Sombra.
Unbelievable! I think, like the head scholar,
or like Ministry is always great, or or Hecata.
Probably like a smattering of Ministry. The La Sombra is in charge.
Yeah,
and there's like maybe like a Ventru who's like a weirdo. Just to throw off the vibe.
All right. You got to have somebody like bringing the mood down, right?
Yeah.
Ventru are good for that.
Yeah. How much do you think this actually cost? One of those markers.
Right. Oh, like totally into like the appraisal and the value of everything, right? Really like focuses on like one it's 15th century Baroque. Like they're really like into one. I don't know if Baroque is from
Baroque is not 15th century at all.
I have no idea.
No.
It is in this world.
No, it's not. It's not in any world.
I have no idea. Yeah. No, I just said shit. I'm unreliable as my subtext will say over there. Yeah, it's just they're just there to throw off the vibe. Yeah. Your scholars they find some stuff, but that's because William was a collector, a particularly materialistic one, however. So a lot of the things he collected were more a display of he could get it than any substantive hallmark of his character or what he cared about, which is what makes this ossuary interesting, because it was hidden.
Yeah, I think, just I want this trunk put in the back of the car. We're taking it home, and then I will follow you up and talk to our scholar. But
it is made of stone. When you have some time alone with it, you'll be able to denote. So Sam's going to use some of his ghoul blood actually to heft this thing up alone, because he doesn't trust the two men in a truck.
Of course,
and they are discreet, but this seems more directly important. He says, "I'll take care of it personally."
Okay, not sponsored. Not sponsored by 2 Men in a Truck.
Yeah. Oh, right, because they're an actual thing. Yeah,
they're an actual thing.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Ashley will go up and find the La Sombra. How are we doing with the cataloging?
So you go up and find a woman who looks strikingly like a younger Sharon Osbourne, holding a notepad. Her name is Cheryl, to make it even more confusing. Like, you want to call her Sharon, it's Cheryl. Well, we've cataloged Mr. Williams' more interesting collectibles.
Anything I should be worried about?
Honestly, apart from that, he's displayed some of our more personal cultural artifacts so brazenly. Nothing concerning. His gumption is the real concern, but I suppose it would have been.
He liked to show off wealth that he didn't have. So
it's my understanding he liked to show off your wealth.
Oh, that's beside the point. I have a question. Would you be able to put me in contact with your clan leader? That sounds above table. That sounds horrible. Your
well, you bracket it, right? Like,
yeah, your
so in the Endless Elegy, La Sombra actually has established a primogen.
Okay.
Her name is Abigail Winters. She is currently in Milwaukee on a. The Prince of Milwaukee is a La Sombra, the player character from our first, the first Endless Elegy. So she's sort of on a diplomatic and this is actually so now this has become player character knowledge. Cheryl, our primogen is on a diplomatic trip to Milwaukee, speaking with their prince, Sarah, I think her name was.
Well,
Prince Sarah.
If you could pass a message to Abigail, I would be much obliged. Tell her that the Ventru primogen would like to parlay.
Cheryl gives a smirk at your choice of words.
I know the other groups in the city haven't been too welcoming. And I would like to fix that.
It has been it has certainly been interesting. I will make sure that Ms. Winters receives your missive.
Thank you.
Personally.
If anything else comes up, please get in contact with me. The things that are of our kind, I would like them transferred to this address, and it's an address to a very, very nice bank with a lovely place that stores stuff.
Yeah, it's like the Arctic Covenant underneath it type storage. Yeah. That was an Indiana Jones reference. So just for you, there is a BIOS page. I was totally going to do one for this chronicle, but then I got lazy. If you look at MKE and if you look at MKE NPCs, Abigail Winters is in there. You could do a read up on her.
Perfect.
Yeah, so like a lot of my like personal, NPCs and stuff like that, the ones I made up are all in there. But yeah. So yeah, she's I love her quote that I came up with for her. You may question my aggressive tactics, but trust that I do have a heart. I'm a vampire, darling, not a senator.
I love that. But yeah, I think that's part of the mending bridges, as it were.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she had to totally. You understand that under the pact, she totally had to like kill another La Sombra to. So, go ahead and roll a politics or etiquette and intelligence.
Ooh, let's see. Whatever, politics or etiquette. I mean, they're the same. And what?
Intelligence.
Charisma?
Intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. Okay. All right. Do I want to risk it and rouse the blood for more dice?
Of course you do. Sorry.
Yes, I do, actually. I really do. Because I get 3 dice. So I'm like, might as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a skull. So, hooray. Cool.
How many?
That was a skull for my rousing of the dice to get, or rousing of the blood to get more dice.
Yeah, it just means you're hungrier. How much hunger?
I'm at 3.
Oh, we should certainly look to play with Abigail, don't you think?
Yes. Shut it, please.
You know I won't. Although I do wonder.
Jesus.
You felt it, didn't you, when you placed your hand on that ossuary? It knew more than bones. It knew blood. You smelt it. Old blood. Thick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
So you know that that Abigail, some of the rumors about her. One, that she was actually a fucking pirate. So your choice of words parlay, kind of hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
And that she was old world royalty, like Spanish royalty. Who, like, the rumor is that she was like born to Spanish royalty, gave the double guns to it, and became a pirate. That's the rumor about Abigail.
She's like, I don't want to get married to some weird fucking prince.
No, she like said fuck the patriarchy, fuck the monarchy, and she became a pirate instead, and like sacked Spanish like
rock
like
and roll
ships and stuff.
I like her.
She was like kind of known Sabat from, what was it, Toronto, I think was Sabat. I always flip which one it was. Montreal.
Probably Montreal, because it's
Montreal.
French.
Yeah, Montreal was so she was like known Sabat in Montreal, and she delivered. She followed the pact. What is it? The Pactus Noct or whatever it is. She paid her dues, as it were, to be allowed into the Camarilla. PKJ likes her though. What was the? I'm trying to say a lot without saying too much. PKJ trusts her.
Yeah.
You're not certain what she did to earn his trust, but it was something big beyond the pact. And her Primogen position was rather vocally opposed by Annabelle, and I mean most of the Elder Council, but
she would know that if William opposed, correct?
William was for it.
Oh, okay.
But that's because he was easily manipulated. Oh, the other thing is she was she might be as old as the original Anarch Revolt.
Rock and roll. Cool. All right. Yeah.
All rumors.
All rumors.
All though rumors. Her weapon of choice is a serrated cutlass. If you've ever seen what was that movie with Beetlejuice, the actress. She was in an awesome pirate movie. Yes, if you've ever seen Cutthroat Island, there's like the big bad evil guy has this like serrated cutlass. Imagine that, but like a little bit prettier crosspiece or fist guard. Literally her blade of her weapon of choice. It's come out like it had to come out when she completed the pact to be allowed into the Camarilla. Like she had to kill somebody basically.
Work.
Yeah. With you had a skull, but did you threaten a crit in there at all?
That was before. That was the skull was with the
rouse.
nod.
Oh yeah, so you just got hungrier.
Yeah, the rouse. So yeah, that no other ones. It was just
roll luck check.
D20, right?
D10. It can be a D20, but it's a Andrew House rule.
12 on a D20.
Okay. She was known to journey with Anatole or Anatoly, depending on if you want to pronounce it correctly or not. And the thing, because you do know PKJ more intimately than others might, this is from like the super inside, or this was like something you might have coerced in a rumor you might have coerced using your talents. The thing PKJ might like has something to do with Lake Michigan itself. The value he sees in her has something to do with Lake Michigan.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, okay. One last thing.
Mhm.
As she's going to her car, she's going to text message her Milwaukee werewolf contact. And just be
This
like,
is like the pseudo douchebag, right? Who's like really short, like
yeah.
he's like an old
Yeah.
man, like gruff.
Nah, he wasn't old. He was like probably mid-30s, 40s, maybe.
What was his name?
Lex. Alex.
Can't remember the character at all.
It's fine. I'm not calling him. She's just texting him.
Okay, thank God. I remember I had like an affectation for this character, and I just can't remember right now.
Question mark. Send.
Mount St. Mary's.
Interesting. Things came up. I will. You want to meet in the middle for your latest payment?
Things are getting really weird here. I don't think I can leave.
I
I don't think you should come either.
Good to know.
We'll worry about payment next rotation.
Yeah, I'll just double it next time.
I know you're good for it.
I recently came into a position. If you need help with something, let me know. Outside of money.
Mm-hmm. Gives a thumbs up emoji.
Mary's shit is getting.
Roll your occult again. This one, your paranormal. No, because.
Police.
I'll allow it, but if you succeed by one, it's going to pull the knowledge in a different direction.
Okay, so intelligence?
Occult. You've heard, as he says, Mount St. Mary's, you've heard before.
I'm not risking the blood. I'm not fucking risking it. I have bad rolls. Okay.
I mean, that's what willpower's for. Fix it
Yeah.
afterwards. Get rid of that willpower.
I just like having
going
3.
into some social situations. Yeah.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Damn.
I got a crit, so.
So Mount St. Mary's was college was one of the first major, like, accredited all women's schools. It was at the forefront of the feminist movements of previous eras, and then it opened up its campus and yada yada yada.
Then it got enveloped by the bigger university in the 40s and 50s, probably.
Yeah.
History, baby.
Actually, as a history major buff grad, looking at the real history of Mount St. Mary's is actually cool.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. Hang on. I don't have my original notebook on me right now.
Don't worry about it.
No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10, not 7. I counted it wrong. 10, not 7. Because I don't know how to count. It happens. It happens a lot. I don't know how to read or count. Me. I am thick in ass, not thick in brain.
Why not both?
Porque los dos. Unfortunately, it does not happen most of the time. Mount St. Mary's. What's the rumors?
With 10, it's not a rumor to you.
Yay.
You know that there is a Bahari sect there.
Bahari.
A pretty substantial one.
Sect. Bahari or what again? For the audience, of course.
Yes,
For the...
Bahari for the audience are a cult of vampires that worship Lilith.
Oh, fuck me standing.
They believe that Lilith taught Cain the secrets of disciplines, and basically they think that like the whole like Cainite origin stories are like totally fucked and wrong and flipped. It was like Lilith is sort of like the OG vampire, and
what the fuck were you hiding, William? Great. Well,
Mount St. Mary's is also like
haunted. Probably
everything in Milwaukee's haunted.
Haunted.
Yeah, no, their theater actually, in particular, with your occult lore, they have a theater that is supposed to be like pretty famously haunted, and in particular, there's supposed to be like a this woman who appears as like an old janitorial staff or something that is regularly seen as like a specific apparition. The stage, one of the theater stages, is like super haunted, and then there's a janitor lady, and she's actually kind, like she protects and saves people with your occult knowledge. Like that's a pretty specific thing you literally know. You've heard of St. Mary's.
Well, hells.
I did so
house.
much. I wrote so much lore for Milwaukee. These are supposed to be parallel stories, though.
Yeah. No, I know. Sam, to the house, please. Let's get this trunk.
Absolutely, absolutely. He uses some of his ghoulish strength to transport this one personally. We're going to hand wave a little bit as you travel back. Maybe you make some calls, maybe you do some other stuff. But you approach the coterie house, and there is a box sitting there, delivered, like a FedEx package or something like that. Oh, speedy delivery, actually, package.
Speedy delivery.
I already shouted out like two men in a truck. We gotta
fuck the other companies. Any ticking?
No return address. It's not ticking.
It is.
Any like spooky shit going on with it?
What do you mean spooky shit?
Like, does it give off an aura?
I'm just gonna. Do you look for an aura? For sense the unseen or some such?
She does not have sense the unseen.
Then how are you looking for an aura?
I don't fucking know.
Do you have auspex at all?
No.
Okay.
She does not have auspex.
Okay, but I will set the scene a little bit.
Does it give like a vibe?
It's a nondescript, like sort of like a cardboard box, but you can notice that little patches of it have like warped from moisture, and like it hasn't, and rain. It has rained recently, but the way it kind of holds to certain splotches, it doesn't fit a rain pattern. It's almost like it's pooling.
Sam, go inside.
Respectfully, no.
Samuel. Actually, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Damon. Go inside.
He pushes his glasses up and huffs as he goes inside.
Put the trunk in Rory's room.
He returns to the vehicle. Like, you saw the package, he kind of let you out and go up, and he'll drive into your underground garage.
Yeah, the package is coming with me into her study, onto the desk.
Mm-hmm. What's in the box?
She's gonna open it. Yeah, she's gonna open it.
Tom Morris's head.
Dick in a box.
Any letter?
Just Tom Morris's head.
Nice.
Well, I tried. Pulls out the phone.
This is where we will cut back to Rory. You
get a
are
box!
at the familiar train bridge. You've made it there, and you see a haggard Libby sort of standing kind of where you saw her, blood drenching not just the blade but her clothes.
Too late.
She's like standing there.
Is there anyone else? Any like,
No, it's like that. It's like the weird, hour.
yeah.
The
Well,
bars haven't closed, but
there's no dead
people have-
body.
No, you're not.
Yeah. What happened?
I couldn't. She says, and she like holds up the bagger blood, and looks like she's like dug her rather pronounced digits, through it and into her own palms and stuff like that, and it's trailing down her wrists and stuff. And then it looks like she popped a Capri Sun, and some of it got on the blade.
Oh, thank God.
Suspense. Subversion.
Okay. That's
I'm
fair.
a monster now. And there's no way I can't. I can divide this equation to be a good monster. And what's worse is I know what you took from me. I don't blame you because I saw what was happening. Like, there's some sort of pecking order, and you're very low in it. So what's that make me? You're nothing in it, and I'm less than nothing.
I could have said no. I made a choice. Somebody else would have done it anyway.
Why would you tell me that?
I
You
wanted
lied
to
to
give
me
you.
because then I
I
can at
don't
least
do
not
that.
hate you as much.
Hate me if you need to. I did it because no one else would let you choose. Now,
Choose what?
do you want this or not? Do you want to go out? Do you want to see the sun one more time?
The choice you gave me is be a monster or die?
Yeah, I guess.
That's your benevolence?
It's more than you would have gotten if someone else had done it.
You could have stopped them.
Unlikely. It's more likely they would have killed me and still brought you back. And then you would be someone's thrall, someone's slave.
Help us run? Run? We could have ran.
You were already, it was...
She brandishes your own sword toward you and like...
I stretch my neck.
Fucking coward.
Maybe.
Fucking coward. You feel the pressure of the blade, your own sword on your neck. You can feel her hand trembling through the steel. I don't want this.
Then don't accept it.
I don't want any of this. Like any of it. I want to murder you, but I want to see you dead, and I don't want to be a monster. But I don't want to die.
I know.
What do I do? What do I do?
I can't answer that for you. I can tell you that I'll be here whatever you decide. Any day you decide you want to kill me, then that's the day I die. I took something from you that I can't give back.
I hate you.
Good. I deserve it.
She drops your sword and just, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And she dives into your chest, punching, and just, they start to hurt after a while, and she doesn't stop punching.
That's fine.
And she sort of punches herself out and just starts crying, as vampires do. Blood, and in her case, more precious blood she basically can't spare.
Every day will be a struggle. But we can do good. We can leave the world better than we found it.
Do you believe that?
I do. I have to. I did a lot of things when I was first changed and for a long time after. I wasn't myself, but they're still in my brain. I remember every detail, everyone I hurt under his thrall. I have to leave something better behind.
Can't imagine this world deserves better. If it allows shit like us in it.
We aren't the only monsters. Humanity is its own monster more than we are.
Oh, fuck you, Nietzsche.
Fair enough. Ours are louder. Little dickish. But there are things we can do if that's something you want.
I already told you I don't want any of it. She sits down on the tracks.
I'll sit with her.
You can hear very distantly the train, just sort of echoing through the streets. It's just backdrop to Chicago.
Do you want me to stay with you? See the sun? Is that what you want?
Why? Why would you do this to me and then just... Vampire 101, right? We die. See the sun. It's over.
Be my first, yeah.
She grabs your
Alive
hand.
or not.
I don't know yet.
That's okay. One day at a time.
I think we're going to call it there.
That's a good spot. I was about to cry. How dare you? How dare you make me cry my own tears?
I was wondering if that was the end.
You're like, well.
I'll be back next week with a new character, I guess.
Thug life. What?
I'm just like,
She was about to have to hunt somebody down.
Cut to Sasha like mingling with some Toyota or somewhere, like
dancing.
clubbing.
Oh yeah, no, I was
I
wondering it was getting there. There was going to be the just the "I love you" goodbye text was on my mind.
Oh,
I need to think.
She would be 2 for 2 for lost lovers, man. That's
I need to think long and hard on this, because this isn't a like, what do I do to the player character? It's a sincerely, what does this person think?
Yep.
Yeah.
And how. Anyway, we're not going to talk about how the sausage is made. This is
This is off camera stuff for us.
This is a proper cliffhanger. So
rude.
Michael,
I hate this. Thank you.
Who have you been, and why are you torturing us all like
with
this?
so many emotions?
Yes, I am Michael. I have been Rory. Will continue to be Rory. Fuck if I know.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, I don't want to die, but it's find me online. Sub-Zero Jalapeno. Tell me how I made you cry. Yeah. Or yell at me for making you cry. Both. Why not both?
Porque los dos.
Yeah.
Why not both? Yeah. Anne.
Sorry. I'm having emotions. Fuck this shit. Hi, I'm Anne. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me on Twitter at XO_girlwonder. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I had one story beat for tonight. We didn't even remotely come close to it.
That's okay. We'll
We
come
are
around to
bad
it
at
next
this.
week.
Next
Like,
week.
hey,
fun.
we're just gonna
Or the week
we're just
after
gonna do
that.
a time jump,
No.
have a quiet moment,
No.
I'm gonna have one
The
little
quiet
story beat.
moment needed.
No. We role played, we montaged the time jump with like all right.
Sometimes
you're
you
the one
embrace
that
them
allowed
all,
it.
and sometimes she's very sad
Look,
about it.
I'm an enabler. What can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking
You
of
enable.
enabling, Shelly, how's it going?
Hi. I'm Shelly Von Miller. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Shelly Von Miller. Pronoun she, her, queer as fuck. Yeah, I've been Ashley Dame, the Ventru Primogen of Chicago. And she's I don't know what because like this is her first time, for context for those in the audience that don't know, this is her first time killing, like, diablerizing somebody. So she's going through some emotions. She's trauma. Like that first time you go into therapy and then like the therapist just asks that one question that breaks things. Like that is her right now. She's had a long couple of weeks where things have just been going crazy. Second ghoul might be dead or tortured or turned or something.
Oh yeah, him.
Sam too. R.I.P. Husband's dead. Coming to terms with like sacrificing to adults to her husband, and they're trying to kill her, and now she's a primogen and people are trying to kill her, and yeah, it's great. It's good times.
Yep.
Andrew!
There's actually no vampire. There's a Venture Primogen while Adventures in Power. Yes, and there's a great reason for it. It basically comes down to the Torador takeover is finally in motion, and they want the Venture to look as dumb as possible.
And Ashley does not like being dumb. She is a smart lady, unlike the person who plays her.
Yeah. So it's like essentially Annabelle helped engineer, like, oh no, yeah, totally, like let's have a Venture. Yeah, it's a whole thing. So yeah, and then I am Andrew, or the Magical Mr. Mephisto, if you're not into the whole brevity thing, putting the demisexual in demi-lich. I use my prodigious powers of ADHD, bipolar disorder, and necromancy to bring y'all stories. I'm a mental health visibility streamer and variety streamer at that, who loves all things spooky, and I have been your unreliable narrator for the evening. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. A little bit of a slow start. That's my fault. But we will be back next week, Tuesday, at the same vampire time, same vampire place. Also, I'm doing a charity stream over on Nerds with Dice too. I get to play a Pokemon trainer, legally distinct.
That's so cool.
Legally distinct from a Pokemon trainer, and that's gonna be pretty sweet. I was told that I can have a spooky ghost as a Pokemon, so I'm all about that life. I don't like Pokemon, but I do like ghosts and Gengar. So
we'll keep reminding you every week. You will find us at Gen Con in August.
Oh yeah,
three of us.
Woo! Yeah. That's statistically most of us will be at Gen Con.
Yep.
So so that would be pretty sweet.
Running 3/5.
Yeah, running we will be running spooky games, World of Darkness games. But also I'm just looking forward to like chilling, quite frankly. Like,
yeah.
I'll be running the spookiest game.
I think I'm gonna
My Little Pony.
My Little Pony. Yeah, I still like. We're gonna do October. We'll do a because I always do a marathon in October. One of our incentives will be the My Little Pony Endless Elegy crossover. I have the plot. Like, I know how the vampires and the My Little Pony fit together. It'll be great. I've been waiting.
Maybe we'll bring some Milwaukee people in because somebody will not be here in October.
That was ominous.
Oh, I'm gonna be in Australia. That's why.
They have internet in Australia.
I don't have a laptop.
We have 4 months, 5 months.
Okay, so we'll run a marathon for charity to get you a laptop. And
no,
no,
please God don't. Anyways, all right, y'all. Bye.
All right, yeah. All right.
We'll talk about this
Chat
offline.
Gang. Yeah, Chat Gang, thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. Remember, you're the show within the show, the reason we do this thing.
Reason for the season.
Drink your milk, pay your taxes, be excellent to yourselves and each other, and we will catch you.
And if you have a good lead on a laptop, hit us up.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Peace. Happy Pride. Good night, everybody.
Unbelievable!